everyone! Welcome to the latest simulacrum showcase of Tower of Fantasy. Today's star is Yanuo, who people often describe as very common, along with her long spear weapon, the Wicked. Is Yanuo really that common? At least her way of fighting is quite unique. Isn't it fascinating? This is just a small part of Yanuo's mechanism. Let's delve into the details now.
Pray, run for your life.
Firstly, the throw that appears most frequently in actual combat is the one above. While on the ground, tap and hold normal attack, Yanuo will aim with her weapon in hand, maintaining hyper body throughout. Release the normal attack, Yanuo will throw her weapon in the aimed direction. A horizontal or slightly upward throw is a move known as Fixate. Within 6 seconds of starting to charge, the damage of Fixate gradually increases with the charging time. Additionally, if you aim at a target for more than 2.5 seconds during the charging period, the weapon will automatically hit the target's head when thrown. After using Fixate, Yanuo will gain an additional special skill, Shadow Execution. Use it, Yanuo will flash to the vicinity of the thrown weapon, or launch an attack in front of the enemy targeted by Fixate. When Shadow Execution's attack hits the target and Fantasia is not on cooldown, it will immediately create a time stop area. Aiming at a high angle for a throw is another move, called Bone Shaver. The spear will descend from mid-air, causing area damage and applying the force impact effect to the hit target. Take note that Bone Shaver and Fixate are different. After using Bone Shaver, you won't acquire the special skill Shadow Execution. Next, we will introduce the mechanism of Yanuo's weapon skills. The main effects of Yanuo's weapon skill, Arctic Bite, upon use are as follows. Generate 6 ice cores, and a void that continuously draws in nearby targets. Also, the Wanderer gains 2 buff effects, a Frostbolt damage boost and the ability to ignore the target's Frostbolt resistance. In addition to gaining ice cores by using skills, Yanuo's continuous normal attacks on the ground, dodge attacks, and discharge skills can all trigger the acquisition of ice cores, up to a maximum of 45. These are not all yet! After the void is created, use Fixate to throw it towards the void, which will trigger Frigid Blast. Inflict damage on nearby targets, apply the force impact effect, and impose a strong freeze effect. Note that this effect will only trigger once within 30 seconds and is ineffective against bosses. The more crucial effect is that Frigid Blast will draw in and detonate all ice cores on the field, causing massive damage and a separate shield bursting effect for each ice core. So, detonating the void is the main source of Yanuo's instant damage burst. Okay, do you remember the backward throw at the beginning of the video? This instant Fixate throw is actually Yanuo's concealment mechanism. Hold to dodge and Yanuo will enter a 60-second concealment state, gaining a speed up and 1 chance to block. In single-player mode, an ice sculpture will also be generated to attract enemies. During concealment state, damage taken, switching weapons, or dealing damage to enemies with Wicked will prematurely end the concealment. If the concealment is removed by using the third method of causing damage, it will trigger the Wild Hunt effect, resetting the cooldown of Yanuo's weapon skill and adding a final damage boost to this burst attack based on the duration of the concealment. The damage boost can reach its peak after 10 seconds of concealment. And if you time it right, by launching a normal attack the moment you enter concealment state, you can also trigger Unforeseen Doom. You can use Fixate Throw without needing to charge. Triggering the Hollow Burst in this way also resets your skills. It's both cool and practical. Finally, please note that after triggering a Wild Hunt once, it will enter a period of rest and cannot be triggered again for a while. Up next is the section on Yanuo's key traits of her weapon and star ratings. Trait, Force Impact. Exclusive traits, Volt Frost Fusion and Chilling Strike, on field. Star rating traits, 1 star. Increases damage, adds survival-related traits to concealment. 3 stars, increase shatter efficiency. When actively ending concealment state with an attack, it will draw in nearby ice cores and detonate them, simultaneously entering a permeation state that lasts for 5 seconds. In the state of permeation, the key to switch between two weapons will be replaced with Yanuo's weapon skill, Arctic Bite. And every time you use Arctic Bite, it will immediately reduce the cooldown of Arctic Bite by 20 seconds. This is the basis for the 4 consecutive skill releases mentioned at the beginning of this video. Matrix Property. After activating the 4-piece set, entering the battle with Yanuo's weapon will trigger the hunting effect, removing concealment state while providing a full damage boost. If you start the battle with Yanuo's skill, you can immediately use the skill again. Lastly, let's talk about Yanuo's weapon combinations and actual combat performance. We'll recommend 3 types of combinations for you. Yanuo Nanyan Frost Team. With the help of Linghan and Nanyan's offhand damage and damage boost buffs, Yanuo accumulates ice cores and detonates voids to deal massive burst damage. Experience the satisfying effect of Yanuo's charged stealth-breaking strike. Yanuo Volt Team. As a support, Yanuo uses Force, Impact, and Skill damage boost to increase the DPS of the Volt Team, and her Ice Core's traits can also enhance the team's shatter efficiency. Yanuo Frost Team. Yanuo's frequent skill usage complements the Swift Cut feature of the Frost Team. Using 3 Frost weapons can maximize the effect of Linghan's Simulacrum. It requires a lot of operations, but it delivers impressive DPS. That's all for this showcase. Thanks for watching!